truck today. We are at a tiny cabin. My wife's holding the camera behind me. Today is her birthday, so make sure to drop a comment down below and wish her a happy birthday. By the time you see this, it's already been passed, but we are at Eugene T. Mahoney State Park, Mahoney State Park in Nebraska, and we are in one of their smaller cabins here. So you can see it's pretty nice, vaulted ceilings, you've got a kitchenette in there, couch, love seat, and there's a bed that folds out of the wall right here, which we might actually use instead of using the bedroom. But you have a beautiful view out the window also. And my favorite part is there's a fireplace right here, which I'm going to get going shortly. The biggest bummer is there's no fire pit outside. And we do have the Dutch oven, which is still in the truck. I guess I still got to grab that. It's got the apples in it. But I got the Dutch oven with me. So we're going to try to do some apple crisp or something in there tonight. But the bummer is there's no fire pit outside, and the charcoal thing outside the little charcoal grill, you can't flip the grate up on. So I think I can do it, but we'll figure it out. If we got to throw that pot in the oven and cook it that way, we're going to do that. Either way, we're going to make some apple crisp, or we're going to screw it up trying, but we're going to try. But other than that, I'm going to get the fire going, crack a brew, and we're going to play some Scrabble and Yahtzee and hang out for the evening and just enjoy our night. So stay tuned, guys.
The lamp helps. Oh yeah, it's good. Nice spot.
Thank you. All right, so got a nice fireplace here. I have a tote completely full of wood. It's got a bunch of the wood that I cut that's kind of still wet, so I did pick up one bundle of firewood that I knew was going to be dry and so we could get the fire going a little bit better. But up at the lodge where you have to book the cabins at, they have these for sale for a couple of bucks. And I figured why not? Instead of using a bunch of twigs and stuff, we'll just give this a shot. I can't say I've ever actually used one of these, but you've got to open the ends up to get some airflow in there, I guess. And then you just set it in there on the bottom, and you light it right there with the paper still on. The flue is completely wide open. We're going to see how she burns. It actually lights up really easily. I think I can start putting wood right on top of that. I don't think you have to let that thing go very long. Yeah, we're just going to start tossing wood on. This will go quickly. That should go very nicely. Well, I don't think I need to put anything, maybe one more log on the back. This stuff is going to burn really fast compared to the other wood that I have. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to close this door. I'm going to start the carpet on fire.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So we're going super fancy tonight with the Stouffer's chicken enchiladas for dinner. Should be pretty tasty. We've had this before, and it's nice to not have to cook anything while we're sitting here hanging out. I'm currently getting whooped in Scrabble. I would assume you're winning.
Yes.
I'm gonna take this out, bend the lid so it's elevated slightly over your enchiladas, like so. Yes. gap. And it takes a while. Bake 75 minutes. Did you look at the racks to make sure they were adjusted properly? No, that one should be all right. Fancy. All right.
Did it not do it before?
I think it did. Alright, so this is all we've got to cook with the Dutch oven. So if this doesn't flip over, I'm just going to have to set it on its lowest thing and put the bottom coals underneath it and set the other ones on top. It's calling for 24 coals. So get our hands nice and dirty. Go. All right, got the charcoal going. It's getting ready to go right now. So my wife went ahead and she was gracious enough to peel the apples. So we've got some Granny Smith apples here, and then everything else we've pre-measured out. So I've got sugar here that needs to go with that mixture. And then in this, we've got a few different things in here. This is going to be the topping that goes on the top, and this is brown sugar, oats, flour. We've got some butter to put in here, and then there's some lemon here. We need some lemon zest, and then there's also cinnamon and nutmeg in here. It calls for something called cardamom, which we did not have and we didn't use. And then this recipe also calls to put raisins in with the apples, and I'm not going to do any of that either. But what I need to do is make an apple mixture, which is the apples. We'll chop those up a little bit more, and some lemon juice, lemon zest, sugar in the bottom of the pan, and then it just gets covered up with this stuff and some butter, and we should be good to go.
Are you going to use the waxing?
Oh yeah, good thinking. We picked up some of these parchment oven liners. That way we don't have to clean anything. I do have foil liners at home also, but I guess it's better to use the parchment ones. I don't know, we're gonna see how this turns out. Hopefully it doesn't get ruined, but there we go. Alright, we've got all of the apples packed up into there. Next is 1/4 cup lemon juice. I'll call that a 1/4 cup, a little bit more. I'll call that a 1/4 cup. All right. She's scolding me behind the camera. And 1 tablespoon lemon zest, which is just peeling this off a bit. And try not to get the sticker in there. And 3/4 cup sugar. We're just gonna sprinkle this on top, I guess.
I would mix it in.
Mix it a bit.
Spoon or your hand or whatever.
Get it all over them.
Otherwise you'll have big globs of...
There's nothing wrong with that. Alright. And then next step is the other mixture. We've got it mixed up as good as we can. There's some hard chunks in here that I think it's the brown sugar.
It's brown, yeah.
Was a little old, but it'll survive. We'll just have some sweet spots. And this is just gonna go over the top, and then I think we'll kind of set the butter pad. We'll pad some butter on top of it. We'll try to looks good from my house. All this butter. 3/4 cup. It's a lot of butter. I feel like this is gonna be really bad. I don't know. Might turn out amazing. Hopefully our coals are doing all right out there. Well, if I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure somebody out there is going to tell me I'm doing it wrong. But first shot with the Dutch oven, and we're going to see how it turns out. I don't know if just set her on there. I'm going to wash my hands off. I got blood on my fingers. Now, one thing that after I did the video of seasoning this thing, I think this is more, I mean, Dutch oven or a pot or whatever, but a lot of the Dutch ovens I've seen have a lip around the lid that will hold the coals in there, because it says I need to put 16 coals on the top, and the fact that it's kind of curved means I don't know if that's going to work out very well. But we need 8 coals on the bottom and 6 coals on top, and it's also not going to be able to sit right on top of the coals because we have that grate in there, but we'll figure it out. Yeah. I don't know how even these need to be spaced either, but to that number. Yeah, I don't feel like the bottom's gonna get done very well because it's so far up off of there.
Can you put the coals on the grate?
I suppose I could, but then you've got that big air gap underneath it anyways. I don't know, we'll just put, I got a couple extra we can put on the bottom. Well, I think that's about all we're going to be able to fit up there. These other 3 are going to go underneath of it.
Worst comes to worst, it can probably finish in the oven.
Yeah, it can. Alright, well, we're going to give it a shot. Like I said, it's got a big air gap underneath of it because we can't get it down onto the bottom of there. But there's really nothing we can do about that. So we're just going to let it go, and fingers crossed it cooks up all right. But I'll see you guys in 25 minutes. Alright, it's been 30 minutes. We gave it a little bit of extra time because I'm a little worried it's not going to be done on the bottom, but I guess I could maybe look at it. It's hard to see out here, I know, guys, but afraid I'm gonna just dump a bunch of ash in there if I do that. That's another reason for the lip off.
Just take it in.
Yeah, I can see why having that thing on the lid would be incredibly beneficial.
Yeah.
See if I could do this the right way with the pot holder. I mean, it feels warm. But you locked us out. Yeah. Okay, we're back in. We had to call, and thankfully somebody was able to come let us in, because it's 9:30 at night right now. That's the second time we've been locked out of a cabin because somebody shut the door on us.
Because it's winter.
But here it is. Fingers crossed this is good to go. It might not be, but it's not really cooked. No. No. Well, our coals are done. What do we stick it in the oven for a little while?
Yeah.
Guess that's all we can do. But I understand now why that ring is on the top, because it holds all the ash and coals and stuff up there. But okay, it didn't work, and I wasn't really sure if I was going to, because it was probably sitting to get 3 inches off the bottom coals, which didn't help. So we're gonna preheat the oven at 350, and we're gonna throw it in there and just keep an eye on it and see if we can get it to turn out good. I kind of wonder though if maybe, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look absolutely terrible, but it's just not.
Yeah. Was working. But
yeah. I don't know if that butter was supposed to be like mixed into that or what, but all right, we're gonna stick it in the oven. Stay tuned. I can smell it.
yeah, I can smell the cinnamon.
Maybe that's all it needed. So it's been in here for 10, 15 minutes, something like that. We stuck it in there as it was preheating, though. Spray dose. I need dose. Where's the other one at? We had 2 out already. That's way warmer now. That looks better. Mm-hmm. It's still a little dry over there, but yeah, I mean, it's boiling. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna leave it at that. All right, we gotta let it cool down for a little while. We'll see what it tastes like. We do have some ice cream to go with it, so. All right, we'll see what this tastes like, guys. It smells really good. It doesn't look bad at all. Ficus. There we go. They're hot. Oh. A little warm. It's good though. I could taste the lemon. Mm-hmm. It was really hot. It tastes pretty good. Didn't go perfectly for us on the coals, but like I said, we couldn't actually set it down onto the coals very well. So I'm sure that had something to do with it. Not to mention that it's like 7 degrees outside right now. I guess I can let you guys know that. I'm sure had a major effect on it. It's currently 18 degrees, but we have a low of 7 degrees tonight. So, well, what do you think? You like it?
It's good.
You like it? First try with the Dutch oven. I'm satisfied with it. Well, we're gonna sit back, enjoy our dessert, be thankful that we didn't get locked outside for too terribly long. I'll tell you guys the story about the last time we got locked up. I'll tell you that in the morning though. But we're gonna keep playing our game of Scrabble here. You won the last one. I lost the last one pretty bad, but I'm doing good on this one. I've got some decent words on the board. So anyways, stay tuned, y'all. All right, well, good morning, y'all. It's just after 8, something like that. We both woke up. Fire's completely burned out, but I burned almost that whole big black tote of wood, which I guess I didn't know if I mentioned it, but I bought a larger tote to carry all my wood around in. And as we were sitting here last night, I was looking around and I saw this plaque on the wall. I guess a little information thing. So I've been to this park quite a few times, and I've camped here a few times, but it's Eugene T. Mahoney State Park, and we are staying in the County Cork cabin. So Eugene T. Mahoney is proud of his Irish heritage. See, I had no idea that this dude was Irish, or what this was all about, but the Mahoney family coat of arms is a symbol of the park, and a loop of cabins have been named after sites in County Cork, Munster Province in the Republic of Ireland, the Mahoney family's ancestral home. And so we are in cabin Bandon, and Bandon says, it gives you a little explanation of stuff. So we're in Bandon right here. It says that Bandon is over 3,500 people inhabit this agricultural center founded by the Earl of Cork. Once a walled town implanted by English and Scottish settlers, Bandon has a 9-hole golf course and a surefit of archaeological sites. So kind of odd, but it's cool to see. And yeah, I had no idea that Mahoney was an Irish name. So you can kind of see the coat of arms right there. I don't know, I don't really remember seeing that anywhere else in the park, but it's interesting to see. Clonicality? Huh. Yeah, just a weird name. When we first got here and walked in, there's a sign out there. I just thought it said we were Brandon, not Bandon, but I don't know. We're getting our junk cleaned up, and we're gonna get out of here. Because I'd like some coffee, and I know the wife would like some iced coffee. So, is you ready to get junk packed up?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. I'll see you guys on the road. Alright, well, I just dropped the keys back off the lodge. You can barely see behind me. And I'm getting headed out of there. My wife and I drove up here separately just because she was just getting off work. And I was going to tell you guys the story, which I believe I've told it on the channel before, very, very vaguely anyways, about the last time we got locked out of a cabin. So last night we got locked out because doors here, they automatically lock behind you when they close, which is really annoying. But I understand it. For a place like this, it's like hotel rooms are the same and whatnot. Anybody out there on the pond? Nope, but it looks fishable. And so we were up at another spot, like about 3 hours north of here, probably something like that, and they have just tiny little cabins. There's no bathroom or kitchen or anything inside of them. It's just it's got an air conditioner and heater, so you can hang out in there for the night. But we were up there, and what were we doing? I don't know, but it was the same thing. It was after dark, and I think I went outside to smoke a cigar, and she came out to just, I don't know, maybe she came out to go to the bathroom. Ooh, the sledding hill's open. Can you guys see that? Distraction. They got a sledding hill too. It's about the only spot left with any snow on it. But so we both get locked outside of this tiny little cabin, and it's between like January, it's between now and probably Valentine's Day, and there's a lot of snow on the ground, and it is incredibly cold up there, and you're not really around anybody. Number two, neither of us had a phone in our pocket. Last night, luckily, I had my phone, and we were able to call the lodge, and the lodge sent somebody over to open the door. But we didn't have a phone or anything, and I was like, well, I can run. There's houses on the other side of the highway. I was like, I can run over to the house and try to get somebody to call somebody for us, but the wife thought I was gonna die. So I put my skills and expertise to work, and I managed to jimmy the window open, crawl inside, and unlock the door. And it was just out of sheer luck that I was able to get that window pushed in. Like, I had to push it in, blah, 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 blah. Windows were lock solid, but I was able to open the window. And we got in, and we were fine. And so you would think after that, oop, another distraction. We got some horsies right there. They're probably cold. It's a little chilly this morning. What does my thing say down here? It's like 5 degrees. Ooh, 3 degrees this morning. But we were able to get back into the cabin, and we were fine. Although the wife was very cold because she did not have any pants on at the time. Just a shirt. So it was a bit of a chilly evening that night, just as last night was a little bit cold as we were locked out. I didn't have my truck keys, everything was inside. So I told her, don't shut the door behind you, but that is just how it goes sometimes. But we survived. It's another memory and a story to tell. And I'm headed out of the park. I had a great time last night, and the apple crisp, it turned out okay. I put a little bit too much lemon zest in there, and we weren't able to get it perfectly cooked on that little grill thing there that they had. It just didn't work out perfectly. But after a few minutes in the oven, it was fine. So we're gonna try a few more recipes in that thing. I'm strongly considering upgrading to one that has the ring around the lid, or maybe even if I could just buy a lid. I'll have to see about that too. But I think that's about it, y'all. So I guess stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit. Ooh, you guys see what I'm seeing? Look at that. Okay, if you've made it this far in the video and you'd like to see me tour the Air and Space Museum, drop a comment down below, let me know. But anyways, love you guys. Stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.